Okay. Hello. So I wanted to talk today about the importance of insulation in your career life. Insulation is something that I've become very familiar with, something I've had to do at several different points in my life in order to preserve my sanity, but also in order to preserve my growth while it was in process. It's very important when you are considering making a move, whether it is moving into a new position in your work situation or being promoted or taking on more responsibilities, even when you're in the process of becoming a new parent or beginning a new relationship or trying to get out of a relationship, starting a new business. All of those things require some form of insulation, some more than others. But these are things that are necessary for you to do to lock in your success and increase the chances of your follow through and increase the chances of your success. So one area I'm going to talk about insulation is insulating your dreams and insulating your plans. That is really important. Think about it like applying for a patent. If you are in the process of applying for a patent, you don't advertise to everyone what your patent is about, how it works. You don't show your drawings to all your friends and family and post it on the internet. No, you insulate it. You keep that to yourself until the patent is approved, until you have some legal protection for that product before you advertise it to everyone. You need to do the same thing in your life. If you have something you're working on, something you're trying to accomplish, you don't need to tell everybody about it. And that may be really, really hard to do. I've had situations in my life, for example, where I was in the process of doing something big, and sometimes it was, purchasing property or making a major change in my work situation, or especially around the time that I transitioned from being a full time worker in a director position to being a homemaker and stay at home mom. There were certain things I didn't talk to everyone about. I couldn't because I was in the middle of that process. I was working that process and I needed to remain insulated. It's so important that you do this, that you do it for yourself. It'll keep the naysayers out of your business. Sometimes you are set on doing something. You have your plan in place, you're excited about it, and then you talk to the wrong person and they steer you away from what you intended to do because they're being negative, or maybe they're a little jealous about what you're getting ready to do, and they derail you on purpose. So definitely be mindful of that. And really, the people that are in your circle. Who can you talk to? Who's going to give you positive feedback and be supportive? And who do you need to maybe not say anything to until those plans have come to fruition and those things are already done? The second area I want to talk about is relationships. Related to the first in a way, but definitely important to insulate yourself from relationships that are not positive. Um, these might be coworker relationships. These might be friend relationships, romantic relationships, even a spousal relationship. I've been there, not currently, but I have definitely been in positions where I wanted to do certain things or I was really excited about certain things and I couldn't even fully talk to my spouse about those things because he didn't see my vision or he didn't understand my vision, or I knew that his response about what I was trying to do was going to be negative. So I had to insulate myself, maybe keep it to myself for a little while until I had more footing or a better way to present it until I did so. Some of you may need to distance yourself from some people while your growth is happening. Because chances are, if you grow in the way you're desiring to grow, if you achieve increase in the way that you want to achieve increase, there are some people that are not going to come along with you for that ride. They can't. They're not in the same place you are. So with your relationships, definitely consider, who is in my circle that I can really share these things with? Who's going to probably be there for me 10 years from now when I'm down the road in this particular area, and they're still going to be there and they're still going to be right alongside me and able to cheer me on and able to be a support. Ask yourself that question now. Chances are, if they are not in that position in your life right now, they will not be in that position in your life 5, 10 years from now when you're even further along in your process and even further along in what you want to achieve as far as your life. And the last area I wanted to talk about as far as insulation is insulate your learning. We are in what they call the information age, which is a good thing and a bad thing. All information is not wisdom. I'm going to say that again. Information is not necessarily wisdom. There are a lot of things you can get information on. You can watch videos, you can read articles and studies, you can even read blogs or different things that are coming at you. But all of that information is not necessarily information that is going to grow your life, sustain your life, or improve your life. So you have to filter in and out. Okay, what are the things I want to take in? I'll use, a simple example. If you are desiring to become a better cook, you know, um, you might be taking cooking classes, you might be researching recipes, you might be looking at cooking blogs or videos. Great, that's related to your purpose and that is related directly to what you want to accomplish. It doesn't make a lot of sense for you to spend 2-3 hours a day watching videos about gardening if you have no interest in pursuing gardening as your purpose or as your passion. So, we have to filter out what needs to be filtered out. When you're insulating your learning, what you'll find is you'll have more concentrated time in the area where you desire to grow. And that will speed up your learning process and speed up your growth process. The more you take in, the more information you receive that's useful to you, the more information you have that you can actually grab hold on and act on immediately. And that is very important. So be conscious of how you spend your time, where you spend your time, who you spend your time with, and who you share your dreams and aspirations with. Insulation does not mean isolation. It does not mean, stay in the house and don't take phone calls and don't talk to anyone and don't interact. That's not at all what I'm saying. That is a lonely place to be, and you don't want to be in that place. It's just about being choosy, being very selective, being very intentional and purposeful about who you're sharing information with, why you're sharing it with them, and who you're spending time with and why you're spending time with them. There's a saying, I think it goes something like, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. You need to surround yourself with people and relationships that mirror where you want to go. So if I desire to be an entrepreneur, then I need to surround myself with people that are like-minded and people that have an entrepreneurial spirit, who are going in that direction or already accomplished some things in that area, because I can learn from them. It doesn't make sense for me to hang out with someone, for example, who works a 9 to 5 and they're unhappy with their job and all they do is complain about their job all the time. I'm not going to grow from that person. I might still be able to have a limited relationship with that person, but when it comes to sharing my dreams, my hopes, my plans, my aspirations, they might not be that supportive, and they also may not be able to relate because that is not their personal view of what is success or what they consider to be an accomplishment. So I hope that is helpful. I hope that helps you grow. Just doing those 3 simple things. Insulate yourself regarding your relationships, regarding your dreams and aspirations, and regarding your learning, how you learn and what you decide to take in as far as information. Have a great day. Of course, as I always say, I hope this is useful to you, but if you don't use it, then it won't be useful.